Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 28th, 2018, and today is Monday morning, so no scheduled events for today. But as the week progresses, we've got a couple of very important announcements, especially from the United States. Consumer confidence coming out tomorrow, and then later in the week, non-farm payroll coming out on Friday. So that's a major event coming up in the week. But let's take a look at what's been happening in the market. So there's been a lot of rotation in the commodity sector. We'll take a look at that in just a moment, but we're looking here at the Euro USD, and looks like we're finally consolidating after this big massive slide that we've had for 123 down to 116.70-ish level. I mean, we hit even 116.50-ish level, and regaining about 75 pips from that right now. And as you can see on a daily chart, we're on a previous support at 1691. Now, ultimately we're consolidating. Okay, so I think we're going to be trading in a tight range right now until we do see some sort of breakout. So in a shorter time frame, okay, if you want to scalp, as long as we break this 1740-ish level, we could maybe close in to the higher 1700 level, but that's something to look at further today. Now, a lot of this is being, propelled by the GBP, and as we look at the GBP USD, it's still dead in the water. Okay, it's bouncing a little bit, but still a little bit far off from our next real support level at 132.29-ish level. We're at 132.98-ish level, and we bounced above this, but that's a minor support level. So just be aware that we could still continue to go down. Okay, and with that said, okay, if this bounce does not, sustain itself on the upside, we could see further correction. However, I still believe that we'll be trading within a range. Okay, so trading within a range anywhere between 134-ish level and 132 and a half-ish level, 132.97-ish level. Okay, so those are my two parameters for now until we have some sort of new directional move. I don't think we'll be making a correction on the upside. I think that that's yet to be seen. Now, looking at the USD Swiss franc, we're sitting there at the 30-day moving average. Okay, so this might be actually a good place for this to bounce off of. We've had a little bit of a support previously to this, so I'd look for a bounce right here versus the Swiss franc. Let's see if we do get that later today, 99.12-ish level, but just be realistic about the bounce. Okay, you might want to take 30 to 40 pips and just, it is a Monday. We haven't completely sold off on our RSI, so it's not a home run in terms of its location as to where to pick it up. Looking at oil, okay, we're going to just jump to oil really quickly, and this is really what I was talking about in the previously. Big slide in oil from $72 a barrel down to 66.43. Now that's the biggest, I think, retracement we've had since our major rally. I mean, I think we had it one more other time where we, sold off from 66 down to $60 a barrel previously. All right, now we're sitting at support right now. As you can see previously, 66.43 was resistance. The question is that if we do break this, we could certainly see it go back to the 60-ish level. Okay, that's what I'd like to see. Ultimately, the sell-off is healthy for the price of oil, especially that we're going into the summer months. A lot of vacations and a lot of airlines are booking their tickets right now, so this is going to be really affected by, say if there are cheaper prices in oil, obviously, that trickles down to the final consumer in airline tickets and so on and so forth. So that's really important to note as this continues to trade. So I'd keep an eye on that for later today. Now, looking at the other news event right now, USD Turkish Lira. Okay, now we've had a little bit of a uproar in it. Now we've, pretty much have seen the balance of the massive slide that it's gone all the way up to 495-ish level, the correctional move 454, and then 476, and now we're just hovering around 466. The question is which direction we're going to go from here. Okay, so you've got a couple of options here. Okay, especially because we're right between our moving averages, and I think that that's a really good setup in terms of if we break below this 465-ish level, then I think we could see ourselves going back to the 454-ish level. But again, if we do break above 470-ish level, we could see it, going up above. So, I would wait and see to see the direction by which this continues to trade in, and then, maybe put out a little bit of small feelers, a small trade like a 0.01, just to see what the parameters are, and then, to get a little bit more aggressive once the outcome or once the direction is confirmed. So that's what I would do with the Turkish Lira as we continue to trade later on this week. And they're heading to the polls there, so there's a little bit of unrest altogether, just in general. And looking at the USD CAD, after looking at the oil, as you can see, we got weaker in the Canadian dollar. And Canadian dollar is quite linked to oil, and as you can see, we're just breaking above it right now, 129. Now, if we break this 129 on the upside, we could definitely see it going back to 131. Okay, that's a major correction for the price of the Canadian dollar. Okay, if we look at a weekly chart, we've been trading within this ranges of 122 and 130-ish level since our correctional move. But if, the price of oil now decides to, correct itself and we're going to hit to the $60 a barrel, maybe $55 a barrel. I don't think that that's going to be the case, but in case that does happen, this could definitely go back to the 132, 133-ish level. Okay, so that's something to keep an eye out. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, today is Memorial Day in the United States, so it is a vacational. The futures are still trading part of the day, so just be aware of it. And so we're pretty much gapped up right now. Not much going on here, just because the meeting between North Korea's leader Kim Sung-un and Trump is possibly back on schedule. So, some positive news right there. But, ultimately, just be aware it is a holiday season in the United States. So the markets are closed. So please be aware of it. Looking at the DAX, though, as you can see, we're trading at 12,929 right now, after a little bit of a sell-off after this major rally. Now, I'd like to see that close above the 13,000 to see some sort of movement in the positive direction as we head into the end of May. Now, May is really known in the equity markets as the last month of trading for the summer. June, July, August are generally much weaker and much less volatile than the rest of the year, just because most of the country, most of the world is really on vacation. Okay, Europeans take the entire August off. In the United States, June is the beginning of the summer. So depending on the cyclical of where you are in the world, between June, July, and August, it's summer months, and a lot of people are on vacation. So with that said, the markets are going to be a little bit lighter. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.